Hello everyone. Today's lessons will be from Class 7 Honeycomb, Chapter 6, Expert Detectives. This story is about two siblings, Nishat, a 7-year-old boy, and his 10-year-old sister Maya, who were curious to learn more about their mysterious neighbor, Mr. Nat. Maya thought Mr. Nat is a crook because of his badly scarred face, and she wondered why he has no friends. He thon thua hian unaw panhi Nishat mi panaw pang kumsari mi le a unaw nu kumsoma upa Maya itina anchen ompa mi zidang lam tak me nei Mr. Nata chanchin sha chiana chui chwa chui chian an tumna chungchang ani a Maya pe chuan Mr. Nata kha miswal tak mi bum mang mi ro thap tak ani aringa di achan chu amaya khan Mr. Nata khanin hi serna satakaneya tin chian a kom ngai reng lo boka khangte wang khanin hi Maya pe kha chuan Mr. Nata kha miswal mi bum mang ni in angai ani. One day, as Maya and Nishat walked back towards the clinic, Nishat said that Mr. Nat didn't look like a monster like Maya had said. He also asked his sister if she had seen how thin he was. He added that maybe he was very poor and didn't have enough money to buy food. Nikhatsu Maya le Nishat te anu na tho na mun a clinic lampana ang kalai chuan an ti duna. Nishat chuan Maya ne na chuanin Maya Mr. Nat hi isoi anga miswal mi bum mangani hi karing theilo ente ilo huve chinem a chair box si a doldang si a khongai thak omkati an tiatin I chu e turpo nei chamu mallo poisa anei lo wanga e turpo leingai lawa khan Nishat khan Mr. Nat kha aring ve thungani. Maya said Mr. Nat couldn't be poor if he was a criminal. She thought he had got millions of rupees hidden away somewhere in the room. However, Nishat was doubtful and asked if she really thought that Mr. Nat, who looked too normal to be a crook, was a criminal. Tichuan Maya ve thung chuan Nishat an he na chuanin are thei om lo me hetiang miswal mi bum mang ta chu I Andre thengai lo poisa nga ngatang karin dan pe chuan aruma sonin poisa tam tak I athukru in ania karin ni atini mase Nishat ve thung kha chuan a u thu soi kha a ring lem lo ani ti chuanin Mr. Nat kha miswal tak tak ani kha a ringa mi ti te kha an zot let thung ani achan chu Mr. Nat kha khate ang miswal ro thap ni tur kha chuan a mel ama mishing shim landan kha apa ngai ru tukha na shiani. Maya answered that he was a crook and that he wasn't starving because he had Ramesh to bring him food from the restaurant downstairs. Nishat then said that it was impossible for Mr. Nat to have money because Mr. Mehta told them that Mr. Nat didn't work anywhere. Maya chuanin Nishat bula ve thung chuan te anantia are thei om lo me tiang miswal te chu poisan nga thei rutuk chu wangin e tur nei lawa real champo ni thei lo achan chu ni tin in hoi restaurant atangin Ramesh an e tur aken chho sakhi ka muselom atini Nishat ve thung chuanin poisa chu anga thei lawang achan chu I khoi huna ma na thona anei lo ti Mr. Mehta soi ka shetla tani ati ve thunga. Maya exclaimed that Mr. Nat's being jobless was the whole point, which proved that her theory was correct. She said that Mr. Nat must have lots of money hidden somewhere, and the big trunk in his room was probably full of silver, gold, and jewels. But Nishat interrupted and said that her theory was rubbish. Khatia na anei lo thu Mr. Mehta asoy an soy chong khan Maya kha an aw de chudani chu tak chu lom soi ka tum Mr. Natan na anei lo kha karin dan ama chunga karil ruput dan tifya tu chu ani chiang lu tu kalom atini Mr. Nat chuan poisa anga ngatang I athuk ru chen chu nangatin aru ma thingrem lian puya po sonin I rangka chakte silver te le tlere uman to tak tak I a chewanya karinatia a soi mek lai chuan Nishat chuan a u chu I lauti buain I arin dan Mr. Nata chunga aril ruput dan kha omzenei lo oi omlawani thu lo shil vele thungani. Maya called him stupid and said that she knew she was right. Then she asked him if he had seen his curse. She told him that she couldn't see them clearly as if it was too dark. She added confidently that he got the scars during a shootout with the police. Maya chuan nisha ta chu iwa han mol tak ka soi kha dik zok ithu soi te kha chu a oi omlo de zok I Mr. Nata Maya serte kha ilang hu ve to em man zana kan mu chum khan a thim leu to wang khan I ka mu chiang thei lawa I khang a Maya a serom te kha police te ne na an in be na a police hawin an ka panga kha wanga a mai kha I lo ser ani karing ala titla ani. Nisha told Maya firmly that their mother told them quite clearly that they were burn scars. But Maya still thinks that the police had to set Mr. Nat's house on fire to force him out, and that was how he got the scars. Tichuan Nisha ta chuan in Maya ne na chuan kanu pon chiang takin min shil to kha a Maya ser om na chan te kha chu I akan to na nu kang ser ani kha anti ve thunga ma se Maya chuan in Nisha ta thu soi lampang kha ngai twa du lovin kang awanga ser po lo ni se ke chu I police hawin a ina changa ron chuak turin an tianga a chuak du lo in chung a tom tlat si kha police in I a in kha an hal hna na ni ka ring chu wanga a mai kha I ser ani ka ring ala ti ta tra la ni. The following Monday was their mother's birthday, so she had to go to work to the clinic, and Nishat went with her while Maya was spending the evening with a school friend. Thochan alaw thenga thochan ni kha anu birthday ani a amai ro chu anna a akal thawangai wangin Nishat kha anu zuin anu clinica anu bula akala I Maya thunge ro kha chu a chian te nen anin koma wangin I anu kha azui ve lawani. When they returned home, Nisha told Maya that he had got a chance to see Mr. Nat. Maya was very annoyed that she hadn't been there with him. Tichuan tlaya an han ho kha Nisha ta khan phur takmen Maya ne na kha din voin chu Mr. Nata mu na hunrem chang kan nei lo sin an tian soya Maya khanin I achan china chui mu chak em Mr. Nata a hu ve thei lo kha alung nur le ani. Nishat had been quite upset about Mr. Nat's lean appearance and was sure that he was starving. He told Maya that he had knocked loudly on Mr. Nat's door that evening and gave him a bar of chocolate. Kan suitong kan Mr. Nat kha patser dol dang takani kha Nishat khanin Mr. Nata I pian mang amu khan akhongai ema kha wang khanin e tur nei mu mal lo poisa e tur le na tur po poisa nei lawa angaya wang khan akhongaya aril ru alwa thlata ti chuan Maya ne na chuan te an soya vu in tlai chu Mr. Nata kong khar kha ring takin kawaki ka ti chuan aron honga a e turin chocolate kawa peya atine. Maya asked him if he had got a chance to peek into the trunk. Nishat was disappointed that Maya was interested only in finding out if he was a crook or not. He told her that Mr. Nat didn't invite him inside his room. Tichuan Maya chuan chutia Nishat na soi mek lai chuanin aruma thingrem lian pui a chunga khan ingi omti iwa she theyem iwa mhanem atini amaro chu Nishat khan Maya ina khatianga Mr. Nat kha miswal anga chwa tuma I achanchin khatia angjong ringota alo ngai to kha athinari ma alung oi lawani. Mr. Nata chuanin lenglu tur a som lo thu lomwak lo chung chuan Nishat chuan an soya. But then he smiled and said that he had gone down to the restaurant where Ramesh worked and had talked to him. Maya praised and patted him on the back and even called him Mr. Detective. Then she said that she hoped that he had questioned Ramesh properly. Mase Nishat chu alung ni lo mel chu pein an ron nui chuak var Maya ne na chuan masemo Maya in hnuaya Ramesh thona restaurant a hang ka zukkala kanin bia a Mr. Nata chanchin chu ka shechewania o antia Maya chuanin Nishat chu fakpa in an hnungzang a chuan an ben thak pa Mr. Detective fa chu iti chale mai Ramesh chu zo na chatak tak te izuk zotin til izuk shat bel chewem antia. Then he began telling her everything he had learned from Ramesh. He said that Ramesh took 2 meals for Mr. Nath every morning and evening, and 2 cups of tea, 1 in the morning and 1 in the afternoon. Ramesh told him that Mr. Nath was not picky about what he ate, and that he always had the same food, 2 chapatis, some dal and a vegetable. He also said that Mr. Nath paid cash and tipped well. The chuan in the takin nisha chuan Ramesh and na changa Mr. Nata chanchin asha zong chu maya chuan shil chong velia Ramesh chuanin ni tin zing le tlaya Mr. Nata chu cho apezia tin zinga le chuna thingpuya pe boka ti chuanin Ramesh chuanin Mr. Nata chu ai tur chungchanga chuan akhir lem lo aphun chiar lo ni tinin chongai renga eya chungte chu changper pani le dal le thlai te a ei thina ni atia tin Mr. Nata chuanin a ei mante chu poisa fai na pezia Ramesh poka lom man thatak apechina ani ti te asoya. Ramesh also told him that almost every Sunday Mr. Nath had the same visitor, and the 2 of them always had lunch together in Mr. Nath's room. His visitor always talked a lot, but Mr. Nath hardly ever spoke. Tin Ramesh chuan in Mr. Nath chanchin chutianan soibel lea chol ni tin deu thoi in Mr. Nath chuan tlo tu mi pakhat anei zia ti chuan an pani chuan Mr. Nath room a chuan chochunan ei dun zia boka ron leng chin pa chu achong du em a achong deu renga Mr. Nath ve thunge ro chu achong ngai manglawani anin komdun kha na ti ni. Next day there was a heavy downpour. Dark clouds came together with lightning and roaring rolls of thunder which were bursting with all the fury. The streets were flooded with the downpour and no traffic could move through it, which resulted in an unexpected holiday. Atuka sikul kalturan niya may roju ro nasatakin asura chumdum cha takkara kola pezwai zwaya khopuya ridur dur rengbuka kot kher tele kong te kha tuina chim zawa kha wang khanin motor po akal lei theilawani khang zong te wang khanin no panghau kha sikul an kal theilawa sikul chol an puanga holiday an nei ani. Since it was a holiday, Maya decided to spend the day doing detective work. She sat at the desk in their bedroom. A sheet of paper was in front of her on the table. Ti chuan rin lo deuh me cholan nei ta ka chuan Maya chuan holiday chu an chol chu nu chuina konga changkai taka khani kha manatum ta a ti chuan paper ala chuaka dokan ma chuan a chuta ni. On the sheet of paper, she wrote, "Catching a crook" in large block letters. It took her half an hour to complete her work. When she was done, she turned towards Nishad, who was reading comics. She asked him if he wanted to hear what she had written. Nishad nodded his head. The chuan paper at chuanin horop puin lian tak main catching a crook ti anziaka the chuanin Mr. Nata rin lel omnate Mr. Nata miswalani theidan kong shang te kha azia ka darkar chan velai huna mangani ti chuan azia zo to chuan abula lo om nishata comics share mek ne na chuan nishat kaziak zo to a kathil ja te hi ingai thadu em antia nishata chu alo buve ngat boka. Maya read out all the 9 facts that she had written about Mr. Nat, but she saw that Nishat was not paying too much attention to her list of facts. Nishat could only say one thing, that Mr. Nat must be lonely if he didn't have any friends except for his Sunday's visitor. Ti chuan Maya chuanin chung athil zia thlak point pakwa lai te chu an chiar thachar chara a chiar zo chuanin Nishat chuanin athil chiara te chuan aril ru apemang ho lo ti an hmuwa ti chuan nisha ta chuanin I engma Maya ne na khan soilem lovin a soi chun chu Mr. na ta hi akhwa har chin ngotang Sunday ron tlo chin tu pa ba kha chiana nei lo chuan ati ni Maya got a brilliant thought after listening to her brother. She told him that the visitor must have been Mr. Nutt's partner in crime who kept all the stolen money and came to visit Mr. Nutt to give him his share of expenses. Khatya nishatina a Sunday visitor and ron soi chwale taka khanin Maya khanin ngai dan chat tak ane tani te nishat Mr. Nata ron to chin tu khapa kha thil swalati na konga a partner athurwal pui ani karing tlat khapa kha an poisa ruk sa zong zong chu akolanga ti chuanin cholni hian Mr. Nata ne na khanin Mr. Nata chanpwal ve tur hi aron pechina ni karing tlat ani an lauti ni Nishat became angry with his sister and told her that if she continued calling Mr. Nat a crook, he wouldn't cooperate with her anymore. He also said that maybe the reason why Mr. Nat had no friends was because no one had ever tried to be his friend. He also said that he wanted to be Mr. Nat's friend. Maya ina khatiang zong ringota Mr. Nata chanchin na soya miswal le bum mang anga kai lu atum zel kha an thu soy piang kha khang te wang khanin nishat kha athinari me ne u chunga khanin khatianga Mr. Nata isoi le a chanchin chalo lam ringot soya miswal taka chwa itum zel don ani chuan he kan nu chuina ko nga hianin ka pui to lawang che ka tho pui don to lo che atini tin au ne na chuanin Mr. Nata hian chiana nei lo kan tia chiana nei lo na chan chu tu ma hian a chian ni tumin kan vakom ngai lo wang zo kan ni ka ring chu wang chuang ke chu Mr. Nata hi miswal ta kan ni ka ring lawa a chian ni hi ka tum to don ani ati ni an u naw khan kha detective pani te kha mo an ngei da na in ang thei ta tlat lo me ni Maya was really angry and frustrated as her theory made no impression on Nishat. But Nishat simply stared at her and quietly went out of the room, as he wanted to remain firm on his word and not listen to his sister. Tichuan Maya chu athil chui chwa te arindan te Nishat hen asoi zong ten omzia anei lo ti ashat khan a beidong hin athinarima Nishat ala khan engma soi chungzom tum to chwa lo khan a u nyal chungzom tum to chuang lo khan a u kha mel renga ti chuanin angai dan so na du lowa ani po khan Mr. Nata kha miswal ani kha ring thei lawa chu wangin a u thu soi omze nei lo takte ngai thak reng du to lo khanin room atangin ngoi rengin a chuak ta ni. That is how the story ends. And from this story, we must learn that we should always be kind to people around us and should not make judgment or perceptions merely based on their appearance or the things people say about them. Kaka athon tu top dan chuan hi a ti chuan he thon thu chang hian kan zir tur chu kan bulami te chunga hian chat na te ngil nei na te kan lan tir chin tur ani a tu emo a mel manglan dan te awang le mi ina an chanchin an soite hi achang ringot khan ngai dan shan kan lo hi nei vengot tur ani lo kan kum chian na kan va sha chan ma chuan mi kha kan va judge ringot tur ani lo ti kha kan zir chwa don ani a he thon thuwa po hianin Maya khan hi Mr. Nata kha a mai ser te le chian kom ngai lo wang chiana kom ngai lo awang te khanin miswal ro thap tak mi bum mang khatiang tura khan angai ani ama ero chu ale lama ni sheta ve thung kha chuanin a cher doldang te wang khan mi re theile khongai thak khohar taka anun mang china angaya kom ngai atuma chiana siam atum ve thung ani. Okay, from the story that we have read, there are some new words which may be difficult to understand. So I'll explain them both in English and Mizo, and I want you to listen it carefully. Number one is curious. Its meaning is eager to know or learn something. And in Mizo, it simply means til shat chak, til shat tum, til zirjian tum, emo dil sut, kanti khania. And number 2 is mysterious, difficult to understand, explained or identify. Til shat thiam har sa soifia lei thei lau mak dang lam ti nani. Number 3, scar, a mark remaining on the skin after injured tissue has healed. In Mizo, it simply means ser. Enge mo kanin ti kan na te wang te khanga adam to no kan vuna aser lo am china khas scar zone. Number 4, crook, a person who is dishonest or a criminal. Miswal mi bumang mirin omlaw khamisoy na khani crook chu. And number 5, upset, the state of being unhappy or disappointed. Limlaw ngui lungnur tina ania. Number 6, doubtful, feeling uncertain about something. Ringlel chiang law khamisoy na kha doubtful chu ani thungani DOUBTFUL B kha silent, doubtful tia lamturani. Okay, that will be all for this lesson.